Sige nga, pakinggan natin, Ms. Kate Traca. You have the floor.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everyone. I was here also for the previous Senate hearing, and I think ngayon na nandito na Sir Agpawa, it's better to share what actually happened. So, I was a student of UP Diliman from 2014 to 2019. I believe we've met, sir. And, yun pa lang eh. Sige. I was recruited as early as 2014 by Alay Sining, UP Diliman. Connected talaga siya. As in, Alay Sining, UP Diliman chapter. And, you know who recruited me?
Kate, Alay Sining?
Alay Sining, UP Diliman. Recognized organization at the time ng UP.
Okay.
And actually, yung nag-recruit sa akin ay member ng College of Education Student Council, and that was Kevin Castro. If you know what happened to Kevin, he died in an encounter sa Pulilo, Quezon around 2018. So, these aren't allegations kasi I myself graduated from UP 2019, joined the NPA right after my graduation because the recruitment happened within UP grounds. How did it happen? Ang nagre-recruit sa amin is members ng student council. And they use venues sa loob ng UP to conduct underground organizations using the name of student council. At the time, recognized organization Anak Bayan, Alay Sining, no? We use these university venues, the halls of UP, no, to conduct underground activities. I remember one time member ng student council ang nagpa-reserve para magkaroon ng cultural night ang Kabataang Makabayan, which is illegal. No, it's an NDF organization operating underground. And you know what we did within UP grounds? No, as KM Cultural Night, we collected support from students na ipapadala namin sa NPAs. And that's happening, no, inside the universities. And you know, these aren't allegations because I was there. And how do these organizations remain to be recognized? I don't know at present, no, if recognized pa tong mga organizations na to. I think before nung nasa UP ako, nagkaroon ng issues na hindi ma-recognize yung mga frats na involved sa violence. Pero what about these organizations, no, na inciting violence? I remember way back, no, Anak Bayan and LFS conducted pagpupugay. I don't know if you know that, but they were very proud, no, na maraming mga estudyante ang namamatay as NPA, na they were proud na alumni nila yon, no. I can only name a few. I think student ng UP si Len Dumanais na namatay bilang NPA sa Abra. Student ng UPLB, si Rona Jane Manalo, na kasamahan kong NPA sa Palawan. Namatay siya sa encounter, nabuhay ako. Magkasama kami sa encounter na yon. Sino pa ba? JC Alberto ng UPLB. And I know them because we all previously worked as student council. I was then counselor of College of Education Student Council. Raul Manuel was chairperson of College of Arts and Sciences, UP Visayas. And sino pa ba? Kevin Castro, chairperson namin. There are lots of students, no, members of student council who eventually joined the NPA. And that's not that's not cut off na after nila mag-UP saka sila nag-NPA. No, they were recruited while we were inside. No, and how did this happen? Kasi nga, these organizations are doing this, no, within UP grounds. No. Some of them recognized. At that time, recognized ang Alay Sining UP Diliman. Kaya nakakagamit kami ng mga venues ng UP na kapag apply kami ng permit for activities within UP. And what I think, I don't know if alam to ng mga professors or what, pero we conduct educational discussions na ang nilalaman is armed revolution. No? And it's not just the theory lang ng, hindi siya theory lang ng armed revolution. No, what we are being taught inside the universities is armed revolution currently launched by CPP-NPA is correct. activity yan ha ng anak bayan, ng alay sining within the universities. They just use the name.
Kate, may we know kung yung activity na yun, sanction yun ng school?
Yes. They allowed open discussion, pero they don't really pag nagpunta ka talaga doon, the title of the activity is Philippine Society and Revolution. So, kung sige, didiscuss lang siguro nila yung history, blah, blah, blah. Pero in the end of that, yung, MKLRP yan Maikling Kurso sa Lipunan at Rebolusyong Pilipino. And what is the conclusion of that is, you have to agree na you support armed revolution launched by the CPP-NPA. No? That's part of indoctrination in our. Ako, doon nagsimula yung recruitment ko. Kasi, if you agree to that, in my case, when I was a freshman, I attended this educational discussion called Maikling Kurso sa Lipunan at Rebolusyong Pilipino. And I showed parang agree, or I think at that time, open-minded ako na parang, I think what they're doing is right. Kasi what they're telling me is, it's needed, it's necessary. After that, apparently, assessment pala yun, na if a student, I was then 16 years old, 2014, if I showed at the slightest hint na agree ako sa armed struggle being launched by the NPA is, nasa pool of recruitment na ako for underground. A month after, I was recruited into Kabataang Makabayan. 6 months after, I was recruited into the Communist Party of the Philippines. And by 2018, I already joined immersion into NPA camp sa NPA Lucio de Guzman Command sa Mindoro.
When you were recruited sa CPP, estudyante ka pa
Yes.
Doon sa loob ng UP
yes.
Diliman?
Yes, sir.
Sino nag-recruit sa'yo?
Kevin Castro.
Kevin Castro.
He was a spokesperson of the National Youth.
Andyan pa ba siya? Andyan pa ngayon?
Patay na, sir.
Patay
He
na.
died as an NPA in Polillo Island, Quezon.
Okay. Please continue.
So, yun. I think marami akong naging, after ko ma-recruit, kapag ka kasi ang isang estudyante is from this organization, na Alay Sining, they recruited underground from Alay Sining, by Alay Sining members. Recruit sila into KM, kasi si Kevin, Alay Sining siya nun. Parehas kaming Alay Sining. Pero after our activity sa Alay Sining, ni-recruit niya ako sa KM. And eventually, dahil receptive ako sa KM and active ako sa activities na binibigay sa akin ng KM, ni-recruit niya ako sa Communist Party of the Philippines. And yung Communist Party of the Philippines, sa loob ng UP, is binibigyan kami ng tasking to recruit more. And one of the ways na hindi pinapabayaan ng Communist Party na mabitawan namin is yung student council. So, right after yung second year ko, 2015 to 2016, inutusan ako ng Communist Party of the Philippines to run for student council para yung susunod na freshman, ma-recruit ko. So, parang yung ginagawa ni Kevin ng freshman ako is gagawin ko pag second year na ako. So, ganun yung process. No? So, ayun, that is what is currently happening. No? Even with the rigorous na organization recognition process na you have to submit. Na-comply nga yun ng Alay Sining na nagpasa kami ng everything, ng our finances. Ang requirement lang before, I think, at least 15 members, magpasa ka ng names plus yung enrollment forms nila, pwede na. And then, yung list of activities with pictures. Kasi naging chairperson ako ng Alay Sining UP Diliman. So, I complied all these documents na nagpasa ko. Recognized kami. So, if you're recognized, you can request for the use of venues within UP Diliman and everything. Pero, we weren't really doing what we were saying we were doing. Hindi naman talaga, yun lang yung ginagawa. Kung ano yung pinasa namin, hindi lang yun yung ginagawa namin. So, yun yung way, no? Kung sinasabi ko to ngayon para marinig ng ating mga administrators ng universities how we do it despite everything that you've said na you're one with us, you are our partners. No, we all do not want more students joining the NPA. Kasi ako, it's something personal for me. Kasi all those names I mentioned, those were my friends, no, who died during. I was only kami, no, maswerte lang kami na, no, we survived through our NPA stint, no. Pero, you know, we're here to tell you how it is done. So we can work together to actually, you know, if we can't really stop it, then at least, you know, make it difficult for them to recruit our students into the armed movement. Kasi you can say that these are allegations, but it's true. Because I can speak for myself and for those I have recruited. I think this also happened, if you think this only happens in state universities, it's not. It happened in UST, LaSalle, and FEU. And I can say this because by 2018, nilabas na ako ng komite ng CPP sa UP sa National Youth and Students Bureau. Yun ang bureau ng Communist Party of the Philippines na nakatutok sa recruitment between national universities. So, para lang magka-idea kayo. That includes the Big Four schools, UST, LaSalle, Ateneo, and other members of UAAP. So, naput ako sa Indoctrination Bureau, so yung ED Bureau ng NYSB, o National Youth and Students Bureau ng CPP. And pinag-supervise ako ng indoctrination for UST, LaSalle, and FEU. And one of the members ng UST, Anak Bayan, na also na-recruit into NPA. So if you think this only happens in in state universities, may na-recruit din ang CPP into NPA sa UST. And she's still currently active. NPA sa Northern Samar, Irish Rodriguez. I don't think identified na siya kasi nung nakita ko yung mga wanted posters dun sa kumalat na NPA ako recruitment video ng Northern Samar, unidentified pa si Irish eh. Pero siya yung short-haired girl doon. And I recognize her kasi nakatrabaho ko siya nung indoctrination ako ng NYSB sa UST. So, yun. I'm here to tell you how it happened. How they persist even with all these rigorous processes for organizations to exist in UP. And I'm here to, kung pwede ngang nahihirapan nga yung mga fraternities na mag-apply sa organization recognition, gawa ng meron silang issue ng hazing. Bakit kaya pa ring ma-recognize ng Anak Bayan given na yung activities nila is very proud sila na yung alumni nila ay namamatay as NPA. And that's public knowledge. Hindi naman yan mahirap i-research. Search na lang yung Facebook page nila at nagpo-post sila doon ng mga pagpupugay kay Kevin Castro dahil namatay siyang NPA. Terrorist organization na nga NPA. And they're proud na yung members nila ay napupunta doon. Isn't that enough para hindi sila i-recognize? I don't know how I can help you as UP administrators, but here I am telling you how it happened para I think ma-understand.
Thank you, Kate. Any response, Professor Agpawa? Agpawa? Agpawa. Kulang lang na isang A.
Yeah, it was misspelled. But
okay.
Yes, Senator, those points were duly noted, and we'll look into these. I think we will have to do a review of our current guidelines on student accreditation and the way they conduct their activities on campus.
Do you think disaccredit mo yung mga sinabi niya na organization? Like, ano yun, sabi mo, Kate, Alay Sining. Ay, very clear, gagaling from isang dati NPA. Former NPA yan nagsasabi sa'yo, Alay Sining, you're the one accrediting, right? Sino nag-accredit?
Yes, Senator, one of the offices.
One of the offices nag-accredit nito, Alay Sining. So, sinabi na ngayon dito ngayon, can you promise this committee that you will do the appropriate action?
Yes, Senator. Following what Ms. Raka said, we'll have to, I think, conduct due diligence in looking into these allegations and see what we can do as a university to correct what's wrong, if there's any.
Yeah, diligence. Also, you part of your due diligence is to listen to her testimony, right?
Yes, Senator,
Thank you.
that's correct.
Thank you.
And those points were duly noted po.
Salamat, Professor Agpawa.
Sa tingin ko, hindi lang bilang National Youth Commission Chairman, bilang isang dating UP Diliman, ROTC Corps Commander, ang aking asawa, doon ko rin nakilala sa UP, ang aking kapatid, doon rin galing sa UP. Ang problema, ang pagkakamali, minsan natotolerate natin. Minsan, pag binabanatan yung mga NPA na napatay na galing UP o PUP, minsan doon sa mga forum natin sa UP, minsan parang lalabas pa, defend UP or something about school spirit. It is not regarding school spirit. It is not regarding the achievements of the university. For example, pag kausap ko sina Raul Manuel sa Kabataan Party List, sinasabi ko, yung mga advocacies nyo sa Kabataan Pilipino, marami dyan, sinusuportahan ko rin. Marami dyan nakakatulong sa bayan. Pero pag may napapatay kayong miyembro na NPA at hindi kayo nagsasalita, dun nawawalan ng significance yung ibang achievements ninyo dahil sa hindi nyo pagkondena, dun nyo na-tolerate yung ibang miyembro nyo mag-NPA. We cannot say na ang dami namin nagawa para sa bansa, ang dami naming advocacy para sa bansa. Pero pag meron tayong mag-aaral, meron tayong miyembro, meron tayong alumni na napapatay bilang terorista, we cannot cover it up na ang dami namin nagawa sa bansa, kaya yan, isolated case. Siguro pag isa kang school na meron kang napatay na NPA na miyembro, baka isolated case isang miyembro. O sabihin mo na 3. Pero kung 10, 20, 50, 100 alumnus ninyo o miyembro ng inyong organisasyon ay napatay bilang teroristang NPA, merong something na problema na hindi natin tinututukan doon. Ang masabi ko sa inyo, dito sa 6 na taong ko sa National Youth Commission, nakita natin, nagtulong-tulong ang buong gobyerno mula 89 guerrilla fronts, 7 na lang ngayon. Ibig sabihin, effective yung NTF-ELCAC, yung pagtutulungan ng iba't ibang ahensya ng gobyerno. Ngayon, wala ka nang lalaban ng mga balangay, pulutong ng NPA kasi naubos na talaga sila. Marami ring matatandang NPA, sumuko na. So, saan tumututok ang NPA ngayon? Sa pag-recruit sa mga kabataang Pilipino at sa mga estudyante to replenish their ranks. For example, recently, na-convict si Congresswoman Franz Castro ng ACT Teachers Party List na nagdadala ng kabataan sa NPA area. Hindi ako yung nagsabi na NPA area yung pinagdadalahan. Yun mismo sa RTC decision nakalagay, dinadala yung kabataan in the middle of the night sa NPA area, endangering their lives. Doon na lang, mag-iisip tayo. Wala naman sigurong ganun kabobo dito sa hearing na to sa Senado. Puro matatalino pinapadala dito. Saan nga nakakita na 2 kongresista, hating gabi, nasa bundok, anong ginagawa nila doon? May kasamang bata sa NPA area. Pwede nating i-exaggerate. May freedom of travel, may freedom of speech and everything. Anong ginagawa ng 2 kongresista? Nagdadala ng bata sa kabundukan na mayroong NPA in the middle of the night. Kaya nagtaka yung RTC doon, kaya nila kinonvict for endangering the lives of the Filipino youth. Pangalawa, yung kina Raul Manuel, pag usapang NPA na, nahihirapan na rin siya makipagdebate. Kasi hindi niya kinokondena. For example, tong Akbayan, sa 6 na taon, kinokondena ako na Akbayan. Pero hindi namin sila kinokondena. Bakit? Wala naman nanggagaling na NPA sa kanila eh. It is a political stand. Baka kaalyado sila ng previous administrations. They are attacking the appointees of the new administration. Okay lang yon. That is part of the government and the government discussions. Mga policies ng gobyerno. Walang nag-NPA mula doon sa akbayan eh. Kahit banatan kami ng banatan, kahit pag-resignan kami, okay lang, we understand their stand, their policies, advocacies. Pero yung sa Kabataan Party List, kaya ko sabihin diretso eh, Kabataan Party List eh, meron kayong miyembro na napapatay bilang NPA eh, hindi nyo kinokondina. Kung kinokondina nyo, baka mag-stand kami kasama ninyo sa pagkondina ninyo. Eh, hindi nyo kinokondina eh. Diyan nagsisimula yung vagueness ng red tagging at academic freedom eh. 'Di ba? Pag hindi mo kinokondina, it is bordering to toleration. 'Di ba? For example, sa UP Diliman, magja-jogging kami, makita mo, Viva CPP NPA. Wala naman yata napaparusahan na nag-vandalize doon, Viva CPP NPA. But if you do that vandalism, siguro sa UST o sa isang private university, hahanapin ng university kung sino nag-vandalize nun at anong student organization nun. Pero dito sa atin, sa government institutions, we are not finding kung sino mga naggaganon. Yun yung pinaka-minor ha. Vandalism. What more in recruitment? Nandiyan si Kate, galing UP Diliman mismo. They became NPA members. Hindi natin kaya sabihin na nire-red tag na naman yung UP at PUP. We can just rely on the records of the government. Ilan yung miyembro nyo, alumnus ninyo, estudyante ninyo na napatay as NPA. Dapat na magsalita yung universidad na yun, hindi namin tinotolerate yon. Hindi yun, pupunta tayo sa Senado, dito lang natin sasabihin yung magagandang gusto marinig ng senador. We contribute to the vagueness of the problem. Kung si Raul Manuel, kinokondena niya yung members niya na napapatay sa NPA, tapos ang usapan. He is not tolerating. If UP and PUP condemn alumni members who become NPA or students who become NPA, tapos ang problema. But as long as we do not speak against this youth recruitment on a regular day, we tolerate on regular days for it to happen. Siyempre dito, pagharap natin sa senador, gusto natin na makaalis na dito, mabigay sa senador kung anong gusto niya marinig. Ganun rin pag budget hearing. Pero sinasabi ko sa inyo, lahat tayo dito, marami dito, pinapasweldo ng taong bayan at ng gobyerno. At habang nandito tayo, mandato natin ipatupad ang batas na dalhin ng mga kabataang Pilipino towards nation building, create productive activities for the Filipino youth. Ito, last na sir. Dito kasi sa sinasabi natin dito, enjoin the Filipino youth to become nationalistic and patriotic. Who will say kung ano yung sense of patriotism? Kasi naging LFS ako sa UP Los Baños eh. Pwede natin sabihin na ang pag-bear ng arms is a very patriotic act. Kaya nga sasali sa Kabataang Makabayan eh. KM eh, Makabayan nga eh. Who will tell those students that those activities are not really nationalistic, patriotic, and contributory to nation building? Magulang? Paaralan? Ako sinasabi ko na ngayon, dapat merong mag-draw the line doon sa mga activities ng mga mag-aaral. Hindi doon sa ideas, kahit doon na lang sa pagkondena. Ang tanong ko, kinokondena ba ng mga paaralan, yung mga alumni na nag-NPA? And lastly, bakit sa lahat ng state colleges and universities, bakit meron tayong D&D accord with UP and PUP? Alam nyo, ito nakaka-contribute dyan eh. Bawal pumasok yung government troops sa UP o sa PUP. Dati nga may naghahasa sa UP Diliman, kailangan pa magpaalam ng PNP bago makapasok. Nandun na yung naghahasa, nandun yung bangkay. Malapit sa checkpoint ng UP Diliman. Bakit tayo merong ganong accord? Nagagamit yan, naabuso yan ng ibang NPA. Pag bumababa sila sa metropolitan area, syempre doon sila tatambay sa area na hindi pwedeng makapasok ang tropa ng gobyerno. How come na meron tayong government-funded institutions na bawal protektahan at i-secure ng tropa ng government? 'Di ba? Yun lang po ang sinasabi ko. And yun po, madami ako masabi dyan. Kaya lang for the past 6 years, talagang pagod na ako dito sa issue na ito. At tinuturo na nga ng mga dating rebelde, nagaling rin sila dito sa school natin, ayaw pa natin talagang tutukan kung sino yung nagre-recruit dun mismo sa campuses natin. Yun lang po.